Hey everyone, Mike, Rocky Ridge Kennel and Loft. Welcome back to the channel. The bird's been out for about an hour and a half, and every day now I stand on the roof. I'm very visible to the hawks, and they haven't gotten attacked on a return yet since I've been doing this, and I'm thinking it's gonna work out just fine. So I wish they would come when I call them, but basically they have to be up for at least 2 to 2.5 hours before they consider coming down. And this is what they do right here: circle, circle, circle. But I guess that's normal. They do a few almost landings and act like something is chasing them, and they all go back up, but nothing is chasing them. I think they're just testing the waters to see if there's any hawks that want to ambush them. These guys are very smart, so I'm sure they're trying something like that. So I got some new birds. I got some 5 bald head roller pigeons, and they came all the way from Erie, North Carolina. Beautiful birds. Eventually I want all my rollers to be bald heads. It's just something that appeals to me. Also, Paul from Black Bell Farm and Loft sent me satin nets for my daughter, and I noticed on his video that he had some really beautiful ones, but when they arrived, the video didn't do them justice. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I'll show the satin nets there in a few minutes. If these guys don't land pretty soon, I'm just going to go down and show a few things, and then maybe come back up here. Looks like they might want to land. They're getting a little lower. Let's see if I can call them down. So I guess they're not ready to come down. Hopefully they don't try coming down when I'm not up here, because that would be a mistake. Well, let me go show those new birds, and then my tiger grizzle project. I'll show those babies. Yeah, so let me climb down and we'll get to it. All right, so in this last section here, these are some of the satin nets from Paul. Beautiful, beautiful. There's 4 of those. Look at that. It's stunning. And then the bald heads, of course, are right there, the bald head rollers. I got 2 yellows and 1 blue bar and 2 blacks. Blue bar is outside, and there's a black there, 2 blacks right there. So I already have 6 bald heads myself, so that's plenty to start a flock. But yeah, thanks, Paul. My daughter's over the moon for these satin nets, and she stands out here for a long time looking at her new birds. So thanks so much. So now I'll show you the tiger grizzle project. It got taken by the hawk and somehow escaped about 4 or 5 days ago, and it's been healing up. I think it's already healed, but now that I allow it to stay in, it's getting kind of lazy, so I'm going to have to push it out. I think I'll start that tomorrow. Glad to have it back. Here's the tiger grizzle project. I got my grizzle right there. and the pure black mate. And here's the babies. Nice healthy birds, nevertheless. Whether they turn out to be grizzles or not, we shall see. This one has a little bit of white back here, and this one's all dark. Well, like I said, beautiful birds, and both parents are excellent flyers. Oh, they're still flying around, so I'll show my my breeding loft. I made some changes in there. So here in the breeding loft, as you can see, I cleaned it all out. There's all the nest totes that I had set up, and I only have one pair loose in here now, and they're making quite a mess. But anyway, the reason I have only one pair loose is because they have babies right there, and I don't have room for them in the breeding loft at the moment. By the end of the day I will, because I'll be taking out a pair of bald head rollers, and that's the baby right there. So anyway, yeah, I didn't care for the pelletized bedding, the horse bedding. Very, very dusty in here, especially with you know, 20-30 birds flying around. Have to wear a mask all the time, so I just as soon do the breeding inside the breeding cages. I have another one of these out in the kennel that I'm going to bring in later, and I'm just about done breeding for the season anyway. But we got a couple beautiful beautiful racing pigeon babies right there, real nice. Got a couple Rocky Ridge whites ready to come out of the nest. These guys are on eggs supposed to hatch in about 5 or 6 days. And 2 babies ready to come out of here. And I'm gonna have a beautiful pied mealy that came from those two. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, very attractive. And all the birds that were in here, they're now in the stock loft. I'll show that. And look at that. Look at that. That's a snake. That's a snake right there. Wow. That is a big, huge problem. Yep, look at that. He could easily come through that hole at the top, so he'll be coming in here later to eat these babies right here. He hasn't already. No, they're still there. But I'll be taking care of that problem there pretty quick. That's the last thing we want to see near a pigeon loft. Yeah, I did have some babies disappear. Now I know where they went. So I'll be taking care of that issue. Alright, while I was chasing a snake around, these guys decided to land. And they all came in safely by a narrow margin because I saw 2 Cooper's hawks, so they just made it in the nick of time. But anyway, they're all safe and sound, and I got some work to do sealing up the breeding loft. This one's pretty secure, nothing can come in here, but I am going to do a few different things, make sure that these doors are shut at nighttime, which I usually do. And there's a there's an opening right there where I slide in the petitions, so I'll have to put a blank in there so that there's no opening. And they should be fine. This wire here would definitely block anything from coming in. It's half inch opening, so. But all right, so anyway, I'm going to get to work and seal up that breeding loft. And it's funny how when things come along, what you had planned on doing and what you're actually going to do that day is two very different things. So that's what I'm doing today. All right, thanks everybody. I'll show you how that works out on the next video. And it's not going to be pretty, but I just got to seal up all the openings. So please subscribe to the channel and have a great day, everyone.